Alright, hey everybody, we're back with the Steel Dawn plus Steel Rain playthrough. I have to say, I've been getting a lot of good comments on the videos, a lot of positive comments actually. I didn't think I'd get so many positive comments, and likes too. That first video I put up, even though it's well over an hour long, it's almost 2 hours. I mean, it's doing pretty well in terms of views, likes, and comments. I didn't think it would. Oh yeah, and I got a pretty good one of these. Took a couple tries, but I got one that's pretty good. It's not amazing. It's a two-shot. And it's got damage resistance and bash damage, which isn't great. Bash damage is useless, but it's two-shot, which makes it really good because for some reason Bethesda never changed two-shot on explosive launcher weapons, not explosives. Launcher weapons meaning the broadsider, the Fat Man, the grenade launchers, and the missile launchers. They never changed it from doing 100% more damage. So, yeah, it still has basically launch 2018, 2019 damage. Well, yeah, 2018 damage. It doesn't make any sense, but that's in their balancing of this game doesn't make any sense. But yeah, what I forgot to do last time was to show you the special dialogue for getting Vernon Dodge to return to the Brotherhood. If you don't know, you can do that, because Vernon Dodge is supposedly, the last living member of the first Appalachian Brotherhood. And you can get him to return. You can find him somewhere around here. He gets a new outfit. Be neat if there was like a cutscene that you can see him return, like what they said to him and stuff. He's somewhere around here. There he is.
Stay vigilant, Initiate.
Thanks again for convincing me to head over here. Fort Atlas is really starting to shape up.
Stay on your toes.
I'm glad I'm able to pitch in.
Is merciless. Night shift's training, weapons in a base like this. We're gonna be invincible.
I don't envy where you stand. One foot on land, the other on a boat setting out to sea. Do you hop on? Trust your captain to lead you right? Or stand firm on the land you know? Now, one thing's for sure. If you don't decide, your ass will be in the water before you know it. Think carefully going forward. That's all I can say. Well, it's taken some time. Been a while since I've been surrounded by people who weren't looking to kill me in my sleep. Yeah, the scars I got from those fighting pits are more than skin deep, but yeah, I'm starting to adapt. Thanks for asking. Well, this group operates plenty different from the Appalachian Brotherhood. A lot more talk about the ideological aspects of the organization. No matter which side of it they're standing on. We were fighting for survival at nearly every turn. It wasn't raiders, it was scorched. Didn't have time for doctrine, at least not in my rank. It was a hell of a lot safer surrounded by these folk, though.
The settlers want to rebuild.
Glad they're on my side.
To the future. We need to understand the past as well, or we'll make.
Scribe Valdez is sharp. She just might be the pillar holding this whole thing up. Cooler heads only prevail when you've actually got a cool head around. Paladin Romani is charismatic. I was a bit put off at first. Felt like it was all for show. Didn't take long to see her conviction is the real deal. Knight Shin is... well, he reminds me of some people I served with back in the day. Couldn't say I liked those people, but I was glad to have them watching my back. Even if they were only watching so they could nag. Sure. I've been able to track down a number of locations that were critical to the Appalachian Brotherhood's operations when they were still active. Each day I'll coordinate an operation at one of these sites. Check your map for details. Complete a mission and you'll be rewarded. Complete it quickly and efficiently and you'll earn a few bonuses. It gets pretty dicey, so keep your wits about you. These sites manage to attract the strangest of the strange. Be prepared for anything and everything. Check back every day for new ops and more rewards. They are daily ops, after all. Thanks. Keep working your ass off on those daily ops, and maybe I'll throw a set your way. Just so you know, the eye patch isn't included. You two, stay safe out there.
Now, we're gonna go talk to Knight Shin last about Dodge, because I want to discuss something. Where is Valdez? There you are.
Have a question. The past has the answers, but I'm not a bad backup.
The Scorched, the Raiders...
Yes. He's quite the interesting guy. He really familiarized himself with the proprietary tech that the West Virginia chapter developed. He's been an excellent source for archiving their research. I'm glad we could give him a safe place to stay after all that he's been through. I'll be here if you need anything.
One day...
Have Valdez take another look at my armor. 2,000 miles of hiking's put some real wear on it. Ad Victoriam, Initiate. Do you have any questions about your duties? Indeed. I have to thank you for sending him our way. I had always hoped a survivor from the original crew held out. It's quite the honor to meet him. He wasn't exactly high-ranking, but he's already offered valuable insight into how the West Virginia chapter survived here as long as they did. It wouldn't be appropriate to involve him in current affairs, but supporting his daily operations will be of great use to us. Stay safe.
Alright, so talking to Knight Shin's probably going to activate a quest, but I hope we can get the Dodge dialogue out of him, because I want to talk about something.
You're here. Good. To review the current situation, one of our patrols located a cache of dangerous weapons in a raider storeroom. Stolen Brotherhood weapons, no less. Your assignment is to secure the storeroom for the Brotherhood, and the weapons along with it. I'll put together a squad and meet you there. But given the situation, it's imperative you arrive there as soon as possible. Any questions, Initiate?
Need to see if we can spare any supplies for the relief efforts.
Paladin Romani forbids engagement without warning. So, we will attempt to speak to them when we arrive. That being said, the Raiders have already made it clear they're determined to be our enemies. Stealing supplies, ambushing patrols, using Brotherhood weapons to terrorize the region. If they are unwilling to cooperate, we will put our foot down. So be prepared for combat. One last thing. We need to confirm the weapon's source. I find it unlikely the Raiders will be willing to talk until after we send them a very clear message. If any of them are still alive after that, we can question them. But priority one is securing the weapons they already have. That will be all. Dismissed. This had better be important.
I will not allow Atlas to go the
You
way
mean
we
that
did.
slovenly deserter you decided to send to our doorstep? Yes, I've had the pleasure. If he sticks to playing around with those radios and stays out of the way, I won't object to him being here. And as long as he pitches in on bathroom duty, like everyone else.
You see, Knight Shin does not like Dodge. He calls him a deserter. Now, Dodge calls himself a deserter as well, but he's not a deserter. If you learn his story, right? I'm going to tell you Dodge's story. There was another member of the Appalachian Brotherhood, the original Appalachian Brotherhood, that ran away, right? He ran away and he got lost, right? And Dodge went after him to try and find him. And while Dodge was trying to find that other Brotherhood member, he was captured by raiders and forced to be like a pit fighter slave. I'm like, I don't see how that's a deserter. I don't understand how being captured and being forced into slavery makes you a deserter, right? He's not a deserter. A POW, is not a deserter. Right? I don't know. I don't know how rules work. But I don't think it's a deserter. No. That does beg the question, though. Like, I don't want to spoil the end of the entire quest line. I'm just thinking, Alright. I need you to hold on 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. I was doing a test. I forgot to do a test to see if all the audio was working fine, and it is. So it should be good. Now we have to go to... up there. Oh, should we walk? I like walking, so we'll go to the vault. And I think walking makes things more interesting. I don't want to go too long in this video anymore. Like I said in the last episode, I want to make these like between 20 and like 35 minutes, somewhere around there. I don't want to go any more hour-long videos. Okay, good. I'm still talking in there. Alright, and maybe we'll get a chance to use this thing. I don't have it upgraded because I have not done Wastelanders on this character, like I've mentioned. So I don't have the plasma rockets or the fire rockets or the cryo rockets. Oh no. That's cool that they added those, but this weapon's not really that useful. It's because, like, the problem with the missile launchers is that the missiles they're too hard to make, a lot of them, and they don't do enough damage. Like, this game is a game about DPS. Alright, why use a missile launcher when when a bloodied fixer will literally let you solo an endgame boss? It's like Bethesda needs a large rebalance to this game. Just in my opinion. I think some weapon classes are too useless, others are too strong. I think Bloodied VATS Commandos are too strong. The fact that they can just solo endgame bosses like they're nothing. As Stealth Commandos. Bloodied Stealth Commandos are too strong, but then you have a weapon like this, which, you think would be really strong, and, it's weak. Yeah, it's just my opinion that, things are... I think legendary effects are too strong, and the base weapon is too weak. It matters not... Because think about it, like, I think the base weapon should matter a lot more than the legendary effect. That's just my opinion. Right now, it's more like 70% of what matters is the legendary effects, and, like, the last 30 is the weapon. Because... I would say more so before One Wasteland. Like, before One Wasteland, it did not matter what weapon you were using. Just the only thing that mattered was legendary effects. Literally, back then, a bloodied fire rate pipe weapon before One Wasteland could literally solo the Queen or Earl. Right? And One Wasteland was kind of good. It, in my opinion, didn't go far enough. That was just my opinion about it. Speaking of not going far enough, I'm gonna say this questline doesn't go far enough. I'm gonna tell you that there are a lot of things I don't like about this questline. Right now, it's fine. Like, the beginning part of going in, the mystery of these, weapons, like, oh, we lost, how the Brotherhood found and then lost these missile launchers, right? That's cool, alright? That's kind of neat. The mystery about the weapons, but the second half, Steel Rain. Well, it starts in Still Dawn, the problem I have. No, I'm just gonna tell you, the problem I have is this this DLC, this Brotherhood questline, doesn't deal with the Scorched. It's kind of like Bethesda doesn't want to improve upon the Scorched. They don't want to, you know, the Scorched were the big bad guy of this game. That's what the new big bad guy was. This kind of hive mind fungus crystal thing, right? That's what the bad thing was. And kind of through time, Bethesda hasn't really added anything to, like, you know, show that they're still the bad guy. It's like, oh, we defeated the Queen back then. There was that one event called Clean Appalachia where we just killed a bunch of Scorched beasts, and that was it. You know, like, yeah, I guess they had the Scorched Enclave stuff. We'll get to that later. And the Scorched Overseer inside of the vault. But, like, there's no more story content, really, about the Scorched. They're not the big bad guys anymore. And that's what I kind of didn't like. Like, to me, you should be focusing on them more, you know, creating more Scorched things. And, you know, side bosses like the Imposter Sheep Squatch and Earl are cool, but, you know. Let me this. I hate these raiders are like, gah. We'll see.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Did the Brotherhood send you? Didn't know they were working with run-of-the-mill average wastelanders. Thought they wanted you strapped into one of those tin cans round the clock. It's wrong of me to judge by appearances, though. Why don't you introduce yourself? Just taking a nice stroll around the Toxic Valley. Stumbled upon a mysterious door, yeah? I can respect an adventurous spirit. What I can't respect is the full entourage of Brotherhood soldiers who just showed up behind you.
This vault and all material goods within are hereby under possession of the Brotherhood of Steel. This requisition will aid us in the preservation of technology and the protection of mankind. Your compliance will ensure your safety.
You know, I'm interested in hearing more about this protection of mankind business. I suppose killing a few no-good raiders is an easy price to pay for the benefit this measly little vault will provide for us as a species. Is that it?
I repeat, your compliance will ensure your safety. Not that I'd expect a simple-minded brute to understand.
Resorting to name-calling already. I have to say, I'm disappointed. Thought I'd be able to speak to someone civilized from a big-shot organization like yours. What about you, Forward Scout? Think we can work this one out? Or are your underpants in as tight of a bunch as Mr. Compliance over there? Who's to say we don't have that whole platform you're standing on rigged to blow?
I'll call your bluff. You didn't expect us to come.
Alright, I'll admit, this is a serious oversight on my part. Should have known those initiates who stopped by would have gone frying to their superiors. Humor me on one thing. This place doesn't offer us any strategic leverage over the Brotherhood. If anything, you're gonna waste more resources protecting a place so far away from your home base. So then, it must be the weapons that are important to you. What's so special about these rocket launchers that a top-ranking member would come to collect them himself?
I don't know how you became aware of our internal hierarchy, but it's irrelevant to the situation. You will leave the weapons in the vault and disperse. Now.
How about you? Do you seriously take orders from this constipated suit of metal? So you don't want to tell me? Fair enough. I'll find out through other means. Either way, they're not of much use to us. Rocket launchers aren't practical in a typical firefight. We're heading back to Crater. This stash isn't worth it.
Not so fast. Tell us where you got those weapons from.
Ooh, sorry. I don't discuss Raider affairs on Brotherhood territory. If you really want to know, you can come talk to me in Crater. Don't worry. If it's only one of you, we don't usually kill on sight. Now let us through.
Just want to say, you know how easy it would be to take these guys out? Like, boom, dead. Right? Like, I don't get, oh, we don't usually kill outside. It's like, boy, I take down, like, Scorch Beasts. You think a couple of Raiders are hard? I don't, like, the Raiders that they added during this Steel Dawn and Steel Rain, I despise them.
We completed the first part of our mission. You compose yourself in a manner befitting of the Brotherhood. We don't compromise, especially not with Raiders. It's clear you understand that. Moving forward, we still need to track down the weapon source. That man appeared to know something. I don't care how you get it out of him, but make sure you get it. We'll set up some Protectrons to guard it, and transfer the weapons back to Fort Atlas. After that, it can be used as an intermediate storehouse for anything our patrols find in the northern part of Appalachia. I thought the Raiders were bad enough before that vile cretin opened his mouth. And we just let him... This is off-topic, Initiate. Don't ask me a question like that again. This is your top priority. The longer we let these weapons spread, the more difficult it will be to track down all of them.
Alright, let's explore the, this place. Now, I tried hiding the mic behind pillows better so that they wouldn't pick up the fan from the computer, but I think it's still doing it. I'm sorry, guys. It's like, I can't give you fan-free audio like other better channels. Oh, there's a bunch of alcohol in here. Like, did the Raiders... I forget the lore of this little place. Like, did the Raiders make it? Or who made it? Oh, yeah. It was this guy who made it, I guess. Just some guy digging. Or nope. One last trip. Since construct... You can read that. Here we go. Take that. I don't know if there's anything good in here. That.
Ad Victorium.
Why do you have a pipe weapon? Why is a Brotherhood member using a pipe weapon? That's the problem with this game. You too, a pipe weapon. I despise pipe weapons, alright? I think, like... I get that they should exist, right? In a post-apocalyptic scenario, you're gonna get pipe weapons. I mean, just look at, like, Brazil. In Brazil, you should see some of the, like, absolute pipe weapons. Just type in, Underground Arms Watch, and you'll see the, like, absolute pipe weapon quality stuff coming out of, like, South America. Because they're desperate to have guns, and so they make, They literally make, like, crazy-looking things that you don't even think would work. Like, guns made out of staplers and all types of crazy stuff. Yeah. So we're gonna stop at this guy's camp and do trick-or-treat. Because I haven't done any of the challenges today. He's on the way, so... I have a drink. It's a Crystal Falls sparkling mango drink. Been drinking it whenever there's dialogue. Something exploded and the sound cut out. Always good. And now I'm overcumbered. Why? That's why. Oh, hello. You have a water farm on not water? Wow, do you have a water farm? Holy jeez. This guy's living big. Where is your bowl of candy? There it is. See, I like this guy. Nice, easy to find bowl of candy. I can't tell you how many camps I've been to where I cannot find the bowl of candy. Obviously, I'm doing this campaign during the Halloween event there. So, yeah. Let's run the crater. 'Cause I don't know what else. Like, how does he look at my character? I get, like, he's gonna look at that. Raider's gonna have a dialogue that's the same for all characters, but you'd think you'd be able to use intimidation on him more. There is, like, a dialogue options where you can just straight up fight them. You can just run in and fight them, right? But you can't kill them. You cannot kill those raiders. Spoiler, you cannot kill them. Don't know why. I'm like, oh, why can't I kill them? Why could I kill the Blood Eagles outright, but I can't kill those raiders, Bethesda? Huh? I don't understand it. Yeah. This area's cool. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I actually liked Fallout 76 more when there wasn't, like, NPCs. I thought they were just gonna keep adding cool monsters to the game to fight. But apparently people didn't want that, right? They wanted, quests, and the quests don't even matter. Because they don't add endgame. Like, none of the quests. Okay, so the 3 campaigns. The only one to add endgame at the end of the quest, right? And I don't mean gear, I mean actual things to do at the end, was the original quest line. The original quest line had you go fight the Scorchbeast Queen. Scorchbeast Queen is endgame, okay. I mean, like, large quest lines. So then we had the Sheep Squatch quest line, lying low and stuff like that. That did add endgame. Alright, and that wasn't even a very long quest. It was literally like go places and solve a little mystery, and then you go fight the imposter Sheep Squatch. Alright, that's all good. Then you had Wastelanders. The Wastelanders questline did not add any endgame. Alright. Shooting at me? Yeah, so that didn't add any endgame. Now, endgame was added during the Wastelander stuff. That's how we got Earl Williams in Colossal Problem. But the questline didn't end with him. He was a side quest. What did Wastelanders add besides, like, gold? The gold gear. Right, think about it. You could have Bethesda could have not added the Wastelanders questline and just added the vault filled with gold. Because you can't repeat that. You can't. This is what I hate. This is what I hate about Bethesda, is that they're not thinking repeatability, or at least they weren't back in 2019 and 2020. Because, like, the gold vault, you could have made that like a vault rate of, like, almost like a repeatable scenario, right? But why? And they didn't. You can't go back in there. Why? I don't understand. It's like they add these one and done locations constantly. Like, Beckett's questline takes you into this great zone, you know? The Watoga Underground. It's a great zone, and it's just like, alright, and then they didn't do anything with it. It's like, why add these one and done locations? I don't like those one and done locations, if you couldn't tell. Alright, there's gonna be dialogue in here.
Can't believe they had the nerve to just barge in like that. That knight acts like some kind of righteous savior.
I told you. And they're only gonna get more confident.
I won't let them. Do we have their patrol routes yet? A couple ambushes ought to take them down a notch.
We'll have to discuss this later. You've got a visitor.
So, you really came? Huh. To be honest, I didn't expect the Brotherhood to show its face around here with anything less than a fully armored battalion. Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? So, what can I do for you, oh honorable emissary of steel? Oh, right! The weapons! After they got forcibly confiscated from us, I almost forgot about them. See, the thing is, you and your metal buddies put me in a pretty tight spot back there. There are people here in Crater depending on me. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it back to them. So I prioritized a little bit. Getting home to those people was more important than being completely sincere to a group of heavily armed tyrants. So if you're looking for help with your little weapon problem, you can look somewhere else.
Don't you think you're being stubborn, Pierce? We have a good little Brotherhood peon here at our disposal. We can make use of that.
We've been over this. There's no compromising with people like the Brotherhood. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
We don't know that yet for sure. Besides, everyone has their own motivations. Our visitor might have one worth talking about.
I won't rely on a betrayal to take them down. You should know that. I have nothing left to discuss. I've given you my answer, Initiate. Now for your sake, I'd suggest you don't stick around.
Hey, you. Don't leave yet. I've got something to say. Don't mind Pierce, he's stubborn. Holds too tightly to his morals. I'll tell you about the weapons, but you're gonna need to give me something in return. Interested? With that attitude, I'm surprised you're working with them in the first place. But that's your business. I want intel on the Brotherhood. Records, roster, correspondence. You've got people specialized in keeping track of that sort of thing, right? Transfer their data onto this holotape and bring it back to me. Then I'll tell you what you want to know. This isn't a betrayal. It's just good business sense. How do you know about our war room? About that vault where you ambushed Pierce? We have eyes the same way you do. Remember it. We're not on friendly terms with the Brotherhood. What do you think we're gonna do with it? Don't worry. If the Brotherhood is as powerful as they are confident, then it shouldn't make any difference, right? Toodles.
Just gonna say I missed the Fallout 3 kind of raiders. No talking, just straight up to you start shooting. They had no plan other than kill, kill, kill. You know? These guys are too talkative, too smart for raiders. They call themselves raiders, but they're more like, I don't know, an organization rather than just like, you know what I mean. They have goals, you know? They know how to use technology. I like the Fallout 3 raiders. Can't wait to count out your coin. Yeah, that type of raider. I don't know. Maybe Bethesda wanted to be seen as a complex. That they can write complex things. And, what is it? I'm not sure who wrote this. Because I know the Interplay developer. Well, I'm going to say this. There's a lot of, former other studio guys that are working on this game. There's Interplay. There's one of the lead writers for the Brotherhood, at least the original Appellation Brotherhood, was an Interplay developer. Ferret Bedoin or something like that. And he worked on the base game. I think he's still a writer, and I'm not sure if he wrote Wastelanders. I think it was some girl, and I looked her up. She was originally from, actually she worked on World of Warcraft, and there's some other BioWare developers working on this game, all former stuff. So yeah. I think Bethesda's trying to be seen, as more complex writing, because Fallout 3 didn't really have very much complex writing. It was honestly just a lot of cool factor, Alright, let's talk to Scribe Valdez.
Staying safe. Anything you need to know? Raiders, huh? If they're anything like the raiders we've encountered on the expedition route, then my guess is the situation isn't pretty. All right, how can I help? I think I understand. The funny thing about data is you don't know what's real or not. Not unless you gathered it yourself. To be honest, I was working on encrypting my terminal for this kind of situation. So, if anyone accessed it who wasn't supposed to, they would just get false info and none would be the wiser. I didn't finish, but you can still use the fake data I created. Should be clearly labeled in the files. Just, don't select the wrong one. This is the raiders we're talking about. It'd be bad news if they got an advantage on us. Worse, if the Knight found out it was because of me. Well, you know, just trying to help where I can. Rusty nails and live wires are fun and all, but sometimes it's also nice to write code without having to get my hands dirty. Not a problem. I'm here to help. I wonder what stories are hiding in the mountains out here.
There we go, we put the dummy files on there. And we'll return to the raiders.
I don't suppose you know how to spot weld.
Never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort. When do I get to go out and prove
I use a plasma gun. Huh, where'd you get that?
the wasteland is merciless?
I don't know how long I've been recording. Oh, 25. We're going over 35 minutes now, haven't we? Well, you know. Go a little bit longer. I'll go till we complete the raider portion of this. So it'll be a couple more minutes, and then I'll end it here. After we talk to these raiders. There's a theory. There's a raider guy. He's part of the raiders. He's down along the river where you get the fish turn into Mirelurk meat for reputation. They think he's Enclave. They think he's either... There's a theory that he's former Enclave, or he's Enclave and he's kind of like in the, you know, quote-unquote in the raiders, you know? Like pretending to be a raider to gain information on them. Okay, you know, I'm pretty sure the Enclave would be interested in the crashed space station that the raiders have taken over. Oh, it's the Fallout, or it's the Skyrim Bear. This is literally the Skyrim Bear's model. How do I get back there? Ah, crap. This isn't good. Yeah. That's why you have to make things so confusing sometimes. Ooh. That's not good. Oh, we'll talk about 27 minutes already on this part of the video, and I still have that like 10-minute portion. Yeah, so it's been almost 40 minutes. Ooh. Yeah, these are going to be longer than I thought. I know I only want to make them 20 minutes, but I think I'm going to have to change my expectations and change them to like 30 to 40 minutes, you know? Here.
You've got the holotape? Good, thanks. The weapons don't have one source. Some of them we looted off a group of unfortunate settlers. We've also traded them among ourselves. Some old friends visited Crater a while back wielding that firepower, claiming they earned it in a fight. They were bragging about it till the day they left. Said they sent some big armored folks running. I can't confirm that the losers were Brotherhood, but that was your logo on the side of those weapons, wasn't it? Doesn't matter to me. Now, I told you what I know. With any luck, we won't talk again. Yep. They may or may not have more, but they've definitely come in contact with them. West. They said they passed through Ohio before coming here. I don't know how much further out they went. They wouldn't shut up about it, so I learned to tune it out pretty quick. But I do remember them passing around a helmet with a bullet hole through its visor. A trophy from the Fallen. Don't change your mind. This was a one-time offer, and it's one that neither of us will speak of again.
Oh, I'm gonna go well, yeah, I'm gonna end it here, since there's a nuke, so... Yeah, hope everyone's enjoying this. I mean, you seem to be. I'm getting, very good feedback on the first 2 videos. So yeah. See everybody later. Bye.